What happened was Miss Curry had the contract already signed, and she'd already paid the gentleman. And the only thing that I did as the board president was meet with the contractor, make sure that he was a licensed contractor, and okayed him to do the work for Miss Curry.
Well, was it a common area that was repaired?
Yes, it was.
Well, wouldn't the board be responsible, and why didn't you advise the plaintiff that she should go to the board so that she could get paid?
In 2023, Ms. Curry had work done on her unit in the same area that she was complaining about, and we reimbursed her for her roof. We were satisfied, she was satisfied with the work that we had done, so there shouldn't have been any problem with her roof. So I didn't understand why she would have someone to come back and do the whole area. It was only a leak where the gutters had been repaired and they were leaking. And Ms. Curry has a history of going around suing people when she can't have her way. She had a problem.
Well, let me just stop you for a moment. So you're saying that what you saw needed to be repaired was a minor leak, essentially.
Yes, yes.
And unnecessary, and something that the board would not, in any event, have approved. Is that what you're saying?
Right. We would not have approved $8,000 for a whole roof when there was only a leak.
You didn't have the money in the Housing Association's account anyway, did you?
No, sir, we didn't. And Ms. Curry was aware of that. So we would never had approved of an $8,000 charge.
Are you saying that the plaintiff paid for the repairs before you were called in and had this conversation?
Yes.
Was the work done?
When I was notified, she had already started the work with the contractor.
Is that correct, Ms. Curry?
When I notified her, like I said, I called her, got the 3 estimates, and she came out there to the place, and she took the invoice, and she said, I'm going to get the bank to pay for this.
No, I didn't.
And so then the guy was up there. I paid him $2,500 to get started. Then she went up there, and she said, oh, this looks like he's doing a nice job. That was it.
Okay, so when you called her, you believed you needed to get her approval in order to go forward with the job.
Yes, I did.
And that was because of her role as president of the Housing Association, right?
Correct.
You're now seeking to hold her responsible, personally, for the repairs. I don't understand that.
Since she's the president of the board, I go to her and give her what I needed to be done. She came into my unit and saw the water bags that I had up there to my windows. And that's when she said, oh, yes, this needs to be done.
But wouldn't the Housing Authority be responsible for the repairs?
No, we go through her. We go through her.
Judge Tawalda.
Why not sue her and the HOA?
Okay, I went to her first to sue her because she had given me the impression that it was approved already.
When you say getting an impression that this work would have been authorized, is not the same as you are authorized to do this work and the HOA is going to pay for it.
She didn't come out and say you're authorized. She said, I'm going to see if I can get the bank to pay for this.
So it's an if.
If I can get the bank to pay for it. And she took the invoice with her.
Did she ever circle back and say, yes, you can do this work?
No, she did not say anything until about 2 weeks later. I asked her, I said, the contractor needs to get paid.
The contractor needs to get paid for work he already did?
For the work, yeah, for work.
But my point is that you had him do work when there was a big if.
Let me explain something.
Okay.
I had a leak in 2023. I went and paid for it, and she came in later, and she looked around and she said, oh, I'm going to reimburse your money back to you.
There's a difference between $8,000 and $200. That was a $200 job, correct?
Right, but I had to have a roof on there.
I understand what you're saying, but that's not an actual authorization. That's not a for sure yes, right?
I don't see it that way because everything that we done in the condo has been
$8,000 worth of work?
Not $8,000 worth of work.
I'm just saying I would have waited for a sure yes before proceeding, but especially when the bill is $8,000.
When she went on top to see what the guy was doing, she said, oh, yeah,
he was already doing it?
Yes.
Before you got permission?
Before I got permission.